What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Clones of the Republic 2-pack of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Clone Trooper for the 212. So cool to get another pack where we get a Jedi General along with a clone from their Legion. So awesome to get Obi-Wan. Now, we've already had him before. I want to almost say this is maybe like the third time we've had this Obi-Wan. I can't remember exactly, but just looks cool. Of course, does look updated, so the face does look a little bit better there. But in his more Clone Wars design, or like just for being from the Clone Wars like comics or show, whatever, where he has more of the clone like armor on top of his Jedi robes, and of course comes with his blue lightsaber. And then we have a 212 clone trooper, so it looks pretty nice. So remember the 212, so we get the orangish yellow sort of markings, not just a phase 2 clone, so nothing too special there. Would be really cool if it was Cody, but of course we just got a Cody not too long ago, so it's not really surprising it's not that, but still cool just to get another clone added to our collection. So there's pictures on the side of the box just so you see that, and a little bit of the story there on the back if you want to see it. So just another cool pack. I just like these packs when we get their Jedi General and the clone, so I'm excited for this. Let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with Obi-Wan, who's the Force-sensitive human male that served as a Jedi General for the Grand Army of the Republic during the Clone Wars, leading the 7th Sky Corps, consisting of the 212th Attack Battalion, with Clone Marshal Commander Cody as his second in command. So he looks cool here. Like I said, we have had him before. I'll show you the past fairly. I think it's the more recent design of him. Looks almost exactly the same, like pretty much nothing's changed at all, but looks good with his more Clone Wars design. So he has more of the clone armor on top of his Jedi robes, so we can see the face there of Obi-Wan. Of course, looks like Ian McGregor and stuff, just reusing that face sign, which looks good with the longer beard. Still has the hair a little bit longer on top and sort of swept back and stuff there, so has that like blondish brown sort of design to it as well. Then, like I said, his Jedi robe, so he has like the brown tunic over the top and the tan color, black outfit underneath. Not sure if it's got the body glove or just supposed to be a black design there, but then we get the clone armor on top of that. So we have like the chest plate, get the arm like shoulder padding armor going all the way down the arms with the black body glove underneath that. We get the Jedi logo here on this side on his left shoulder there, and then of course some of the clone legs as well, so the black body glove leg designs come down with the plasteel armor on top of that. So it looks pretty decent overall for design. Like I said, it's just unfortunate we've already had this before. Actually, with both figures we've already had them, so nothing really new or anything going on here. Just I guess if you didn't have the past ones, you could have this one instead. But movement-wise, the head will twist all the way around. It can look down that far and up that far. So we get the two separate head joints. So the one at the bottom of the head, top of the neck, and then down lower into. So both of those move together and will twist around all that. Then we get the shoulders that will come up towards 90. Of course, get the armor under there. If you get the armor or the pauldron pulled out over the top, you can then get it all the way up to 90 with the butterfly joint. Then you go to the single elbow joint that bends to 90 with rotation in it. Down to the wrist, they'll twist around and hinge up and down. Then to the ab crunch, so just at the waist frame, so crunch back and forth and twist around. Then we get the hips. Of course, got to get the skirting out of the way, so the hips can come up that far at least and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. The single knee joint bends back to 90 with rotation, and the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So good movements, same movements we've seen all the time with the Star Wars figures, so nothing new or surprising there with him. So just the same old, like say, complete reuse. But with Obi-Wan, of course, we get his blue lightsaber. So we have his lightsaber hilt there, which looks nice, and the blue blade to go along with that we can put into his hand. So there's Obi-Wan with his lightsaber there. And as I said, we've had the figure before. So here's, like I said, I'm pretty sure the most recent one we've had. Looks like the face design is about the same. Very little difference. Maybe a little bit of color change with the hair. But everything else looks about the same. Looks like maybe the Jedi outfit on the new one is a tiny bit darker. But you can see there's just very minor shade changes between the two. But everything else does seem to be exactly the same. So yeah, pretty much just the exact same figure. So like I said, if you don't have that other one, you can get this pack and get this version of Obi-Wan. But still cool to get our Jedi General Obi-Wan. And he comes with a 212th Clone Trooper, which is a Phase 2 Clone Trooper of the 212th Attack Battalion of the Grand Army of the Republic. Like I said, we've already had this before as well. Maybe some color changes. We'll have to compare it to see. But still, we have our Phase 2 Clone Troopers. So we have the Phase 2 helmet design that has more of the breather here in the front. Looks much more like a Stormtrooper design. But then we get the 212th logo with like the orangish yellow, more yellow, but it's supposed to be, darker yellow. So we get the arrow point on top of the head, arrow here on the chest, and then the stripes going down the body with some of that yellow design going all the way through, so it makes it part of the 212th, which is nice. And then like I said, otherwise it's just our Phase 2 Clone Trooper, so we've seen that multiple times. But moon-wise, the head will twist all the way around, look down that far and up that far. It's not the best movements in the neck for him. Shoulders up to 90 with the butterfly and rotate around. Get the single elbow joint with rotation, the wrist twist around and hinge up and down. Get the ab crunch back and forth and twist around. Hips up towards 90 if you twist out to the side, and then thigh out to the side. side that far, thigh twist, the single knee joint back with rotation, and the foot flex back and forth and twist side to side. So the exact same phase 2 clone trooper we've seen more recently, you know, with the single knees and elbows and everything. So nothing new at all with that there. And for accessory, he just comes with the DC-15A blaster carbine, so the shorter gun there we'll put into his hand. So there he's got the gun as well. So that looks cool. And of course, as I said, we've already had it before. So here is the older design. Looks like the yellows may be a tiny bit different. Like, especially on this new one, it seems much more shiny where it's much more matte on this other one. But yeah, very close in color design. Not much. Like this one looks a little bit more orange compared to yellow. But otherwise, you know, not much different. Still all in the same placing, everything, same body design and all that as well. So just a clone trooper for the 212th. So to build out that 212th army. So there we have Obi-Wan Kenobi with the 212 Clone Trooper. So that looks pretty cool, getting a part of our Clones of the Republic sets once again. So again, really like these. Now it'd be cool to me if it always came with the General, so it should be Commander Cody instead. But with this, they kind of go with just the basic Trooper. So we have Obi-Wan there that can now be leading the 212th, allowing us to bring in our Commander Cody as well. So there's our newer Commander Cody. So he can be leading the 212th alongside Obi-Wan. So that looks really cool, starting to build out the little group there. So let me know what you thought of this 2-pack of Obi-Wan and the Clone Trooper. Of course, like I said, they're both reused, nothing new or anything, so kind of boring in that instance. But like I said, if you've missed out on the past, this is a good way to get these figures once again. So just let me know what you thought of the pack down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like and hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.